Alright, so once again, yeah, I'm not gonna show you where these are. There's plenty of videos and sites that do that. These are pretty fairly, out in the open anyway. You can see them with your detective vision. Get ready for probably a long period of me reading nature-themed poetry. They never actually explain what these are, I don't think. Or maybe it's just by Gaia. Alright, here we go. Light of the moon moves west. Flower shadows creep eastward. Evening wind, water laps, the heron's legs. Lightning flash, what I thought were faces, are plumes of pampas grass. Orchid breathing, incense into butterfly wings. They're not haikus, right? I don't think they are haikus. These are all really, the first ones are all really short. Summer grasses, all that remains of soldier dreams. Soldiers' dreams. When this pine sapling grows to flower, who will be here? Sharing tree shade with a butterfly, friends in a previous life. Watching the river through a window of trees, spring rain falls. Yeah, these are not haikus. From the mind of a single long vine, 100 opening lives. To tangle or untangle the willow, it's up to the wind. Okay, so I guess these are medium ones? Mark 2? Oh, these, okay, Mark 1, Mark 2, these, oh, Gaia's actually improving her poetry, I guess, over the time. When dawn hennas her hands with the blood of the horizon, let the new bride of the golden veil uncover her shining face. This one's super long. The sky's face has turned dark. Don't believe a cloud has come. In the garden, snow changed the raven to a falcon of white. Oh, what designs might the magician of cold display? Like a mirror, the page of the water is bound in ice. Oh, wow, okay, they do get more complex. The form is different, too. The dust of many crumbled cities settles over us like a forgetful doze. But we are older than those cities. We began as a mineral. We emerged into plant life, and into the animal state, and then into being human. And always we have forgotten our former states, except in early spring when we slightly recall being green again. By its own nature, it towers above, the tangle of rivers. Don't say it's a lot of dirt, piled high. Without end, the mist of dawn, the evening cloud, draw their shadows across it. From the four directions, you can look up and see, green and steep and wild. Even this morning, O swan, awake, arise, follow me. There is a land where no doubt nor sorrow have rule, where the terror of death is no more. There the woods of spring are abloom, and the fragrant scent, he is I, is borne on the wind. There the bee of the heart is deeply immersed, and desires no other joy. I saw a mountain, its haughty peak, and bunched spine, vying with the worlds on high, deflecting every salvo of the wind, and shouldering the starlight from the sky, brooding above the dunes like some great thinker, considering days to come as nights go by, with black clouds wrapped about it for a turban, and bangs of redhead lightning in its face, and through the night that tongueless mountain uttered marvelous things. In autumn rain, the grasses rot and die. Below the steps, the Juming's colors fresh. Full green leaves cover the stem like feathers, and countless flowers bloom like golden coins. The cold wind, moaning, blows against you fiercely. I fear that soon you'll find it hard to stand. Upstairs, the scholar lets down his white hair. He faces the wind, breathes the fragrance, and weeps. I slumbered this spring morning and missed the dawn. From everywhere I heard the cry of birds. that night the sound of wind and rain had come. Who knows how many petals then had fallen. The moon's reflected on the river a few feet away. A lantern shines in the night near the third watch. On the sand, egrets sleep, peacefully curled together. Behind the boat, I hear the splash of jumping fish. When you are so full of sorrow that you can't walk, can't cry anymore, think about the green foliage that sparkles after the rain. When the daylight exhausts you, when you hope a final night will cover the world, think about the awakening of a young child. Alright, Mark 3, time for the most complex. Oh yeah, these are long. As a fond mother, when the day is over, leads by the hand her little child to bed, half willing, half reluctant to be led, and leave his broken playthings on the floor, still gazing at them through the open door, nor wholly reassured and comforted by promises of others in their stead, which, though more splendid, may not please him more. So nature deals with us and takes away our playthings one by one and by the hand, leads us to rest so gently that we go, scarce knowing if we wish to go or stay, being too full of sleep to understand how far the unknown transcends that what we know, though what we know. Now the cordial clouds have shut all in, and gently swells the wind to say all's well. The scattered drops are falling fast and thin, some in the pool, some in the flower bell. I am well drenched upon my bed of oats, but see that globe come rolling down its stem. Now like a lonely planet there it floats, and now it sinks into my garment's hem. A wind sways the pines and below, not a breath of wild air, still as the mosses that glow. On the flooring over the lines of the roots here and there, the pine trees drop its dead. They are quiet, as under the sea. Overhead, rushes life in a race. As the clouds chase, and we go. And even we drop like the fruits of the tree. Even so. Life, believe it is not a dream, so dark as sages say. Oft a little morning rain foretells a pleasant day. Sometimes there are clouds of gloom, but these are transient all. If the shower will make the roses bloom, oh why lament its fall. Season of mists and mellow fruitfulness, close bosom friend of the maturing sun, conspiring with him how to load and bless, with fruit the vines that round the thatched eaves run, to bend with apples the mossed cottage trees, and fill all fruit with ripeness to the core, to swell the gourd and plump the hazel shells, with a sweet kernel to set budding more, and still more later flowers for the bees, until they think warm days will never cease. But winter is coming. Flow, softly flow, by lawn and lea, a rivulet, then a river. Nowhere by thee my steps shall be, forever and ever. But here will sigh thine alder tree, and here thine aspens shiver. And by here thee will hum the bee, forever and ever. 1,000 suns will stream on thee, 1,000 moons will quiver, but not by thee my steps shall be, forever and forever. Spake full well, in language quaint and olden, one who dwelleth by the castled Rhine, when he called the flowers so blue and golden, stars that in earth's firmament do shine. Stars they are, wherein we read our history, as astrologers and seers of eld, yet not wrapped about with awful mystery, like the burning stars which they beheld. Wondrous truths and manifold as wondrous, God hath written in the stars above, but not less in the bright flowerets under us, stands the revelation of his love. Low in the eastern sky is set thy glancing eye, and though its gracious light never rideth to my sight, and yet ever star that climbs above the gnarled limbs of yonder hill conveys thy gentle will. I wandered lonely as a cloud that floats on high over vales and hills, when all at once I saw a crowd, a host of golden daffodils, beside the lake, beneath the trees, fluttering and dancing in the breeze, continuous as the stars that shine and twinkle on the Milky Way. They stretched in never-ending line along the margin of a bay. 10,000 saw I at a glance, tossing their heads in a sprightly dance. It may indeed be fantasy when I essay to draw from all created things deep, heartfelt, inward joy that closely clings, and trace in leaves and flowers that round me lie. Lessons of love and earnest piety, so let it be, and if the wide world rings in mock of this belief it brings, so will I build my altar in the fields, and the blue sky my fretted dome shall be, and the sweet fragrance that the wildflower yields shall be the incense I will yield to thee, the only God, and thou shalt not despise, even me, the priest of this poor sacrifice. Hope you enjoyed that. Me reading nature-themed poetry. It's pretty cool, actually. Alright, thanks for watching.